Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Thanks for joining and watching this video. In today's video, I'm going to paint a simple landscape with like sunset and the boat. I will walk you through my entire process from the initial wash to the last, and most importantly, you will learn how to approach a painting without trying to replicate any tutorial step by step. This tutorial or any other of my tutorial in the past that I have shared, they are not about copying step by step, but it is about understanding core concepts and foundational concepts of watercolor so that they enable you to paint any subjects of your choice. So let's begin. As you already know, my preferred method for working is wet on wet. So I have wet the entire paper before I started to draw like the sunset sky, and I want to replicate the sunset sky and the reflection in the water. So what we are doing is we are painting along the horizon line and putting all the colors that we need for our sunset and replicating them in a mirror view image at the bottom of the paper. So we're gonna doing the exact same from middle to top and then replicating it from middle to bottom. Okay, now first step here, if you notice, is that this is not my speed of painting. The video is speed up at a 2x rate. If you want to watch at a slower pace, then please slow down the video, and my recommendation would be to watch the video first before you try again along with me in the second attempt. This will make you clear of all the process that I am following so that you can replicate it step by step in the next one. I started with the initial wash of all the colors that I wanted for the sunset. So I laid out all the wash starting from the middle to the top and then the vice versa from the middle to the bottom, replicating the exact same color that I want in the sky as part of the lake reflection. On the horizon line, I wanted to create a foliage. Now it can be a mountain that you want to create, or it can be pine trees, or it can be distant forest that you are trying to replicate. Now understand here, those lines that I'm drawing are basically nothing but shadow lines, right? So, and then you have to like do reflection on the water. You can elaborate the sky as you want. You need not use the same colors that I'm using. You can also, in your second or third attempt, change the color entirely of this painting and try to do it in a different color format. You can use shades of yellow, you can use shades of blue, you can use purple, blue and pink. It can be any color of your choice. Okay, important thing for you to notice here is that when you create ripples in water, the ripples which are at the farther distance from the horizon line are broader and big, but as you go up, they're gonna reduce in size. Before we move on to the next step, it is very important that our paper is dry so that I can proceed to detailing. Now it also depends upon how much dry we want. It should be like touch dry or semi dry. If you're trying to lift something, I think semi dry is the best stage, but if you want to do details without your color smudging, then I think you have to wait for your paper to be 100% dry. I prefer it to be 100% dry when I want to do detailings. Okay, like the one that I'm using. Okay, so this is a distance forest which I'm trying to detail out now, and hence I wanted my paper to be dry. Now with the dry paper, it also becomes very easier to do the boat as well. If you're enjoying these videos, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel, give a thumbs up and leave a valuable comment. If you would also like me to cover a specific subject, then please do mention that in the comments so that when I'm planning for the next set of tutorials, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, and please continue the tutorial now. There were two ways to do this painting and I'm gonna tell you. So right now I did the background first and I'm gonna do the boat later. Or could I have masking fluid, right? I have masked the boat, so I could have used masking fluid and then kept the boat exactly white. Let's say that if I wanted to paint a white boat, right? So, but in this case, because I've done the background on the boat as well, I'm not able to paint it white. So I knew that I don't want it to paint white, and hence I did the background. The other way would be you put a masking fluid, then you do the background, remove the masking fluid, and then you do the board. And in that case, you could like choose any color of the board that you want, or you paint. I will never recommend to paint the board first. Like, that's only my opinion, or my way of approaching. But if you do try, let me know how it went. And yeah, I think that's it. There is couple of things to keep in mind, and I'm also not touching my background again, because if I do so, I remove all the softness that is already there on the background. Okay, to achieve softness in your painting, I think it is very important that you're working wet on wet. Okay, wet on wet gives you looseness and that softness at the same time. I leave you guys to complete this artwork, following all the steps that I'm giving you. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and you understood how you can approach a simple subjects like this, keeping it fresh and soft on the paper. If you are someone who is practicing watercolors at a regular pace, but you're still stuck or inconsistent, is usually not because of the subject, but it's because you are not trying to understand the foundational details and blindly copying the tutorials. I invite you to join my structured watercolor course, where we focus more on the fundamentals of watercolor so that it becomes easier for you to explore subjects at your own pace. Thank you for painting along with me, and I will see you in the next video. If you are someone who would like to join my course, all the details are in the description below. If I have mentioned anything about my previous tutorials here, you will also find in the description below. Somehow my watercolor YouTube cards are not working. I am gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye. Enjoy for now.